Who made this beat?
Hey guys, it's your girl Imperial Empath. I'm back with another video. I wanted to speak on a very sensitive subject. I speak upon physical and sexual abuse and, the non-tolerance of it. However, I want to touch on emotional abuse. It's something that is very prevalent, and I just wanted to, point out a few things that we easily overlook. It's a generational curse that we have to fix. So I ask each and every one of you to watch the video in its entirety. Like it. If you want to hit the like button now. If you're one of the people that forget, go ahead and hit the like button now. But definitely like, share, comment, but watch the video in its entirety. I don't want to trigger anyone to do anything that should not be done. So this video is for informational purposes. If people are trying to improve and dead those generational curses, hopefully each and every one of you are able to take something from this, identify it in your own life, and fix it for the sake of your children. Number 1, rejecting. Refusing love, attention, and touch. Humiliation or demeaning jokes. Shunning child from family altogether. Physical and emotional abandonment. The art of rejecting. If you've ever been rejected in your life, whether it be by a man or woman, nobody likes to be rejected. I know I don't. Nobody likes to be rejected. And for a child, when they feel pain, that changes their entire character. As a child, it makes them create mental barriers so that they don't feel that pain, or they don't keep repeating the same type of pain. Number 2, ignoring. How many times have y'all been doing something in your phone, looking at TV, your child trying to tell you, mama, mama, and you're like, what the inability or failure to engage with your child emotionally or protect them from harm. That's also ignoring it. I've seen too many cases on TV where mothers will ignore the safety of their child and allow them to be around men that they hardly even know. Refusing to acknowledge child's interest. Inconsistent with child's attempt to connect. Abandonment or refusing child as your own. That can mentally destroy a person. Women don't like to be women. Do we like to be ignored by our men? Why do it to your child? If all of this is something that you can actually pinpoint and it triggers a memory, this is for you, and it's something that you need to work on. Terrorizing. Number 3, terrorizing. Inconsistent or unreasonable demands placed on a child. And this is very, very common in the black community, because I can admit that shit. Why do you have kids if they can't do the shit that you want them to do for you? I mean, it makes sense, but still, it's emotional abuse. I'm just trying to help my people. I'm trying to help y'all. I don't like pointing fingers and making anybody feel less of who they are, but I'm trying to help my people. We're still on terrorizing. Terrorizing. Look, I don't like to be labeled as a terrorist, but damn it. Verbal threats to harm the child, self, or others. Unpredictable or unreasonable or extreme reactions. They did something you didn't like, and you just turn up because that's the last time you done told them. Excessive screaming, cursing, or raging at your child. It's very prevalent. Very, very, very prevalent in our community. You see people in the grocery store or just out wherever you are. Don't matter where you are. It's kids getting yelled at from every race group. I'm not just talking about black people. I've seen some people get their ass beat. I'm sorry, when I'm in my rocking chair, I can't stop. Number 4. Isolating. Leaving your child alone or unattended for long periods of time. Now, I always say isolation as an adult is good. However, for children, keeping your child from appropriate social and emotional stimulation. Have anybody seen Waterboy? How his mama and how she felt about foosball. He was one of the best goddamn football players on for the Mud Dogs. But his mama kept him from social activities and from being on the team because every time she manipulating him. And you see how he turned out. I mean, they had their own little twist, but those twists don't happen for everybody in society. There's a lot of fucked up people out here that are fucking up other people because they were fucked up as a child. Excessive or extreme punishment for typical childhood behavior. Now, this is something that I had to deal with my ex. Because my oldest, look, when I say my ex is so militant minded on that oldest of mine, he had no choice but to be strong. And now we're paying for that shit. I can admit to that. Because my oldest, he hard as a rock. He had the motherfucking iron of Thor brought down on him and I have to deal with it because I didn't do my job as a mother trying to allow that man to lead like he should. But I didn't set boundaries from emotional abuse because I didn't know any better. I'm just being honest with you guys because I don't want y'all to think that I have just holy, my kids are angels. No, them motherfuckers is bad. But they also are an asset to this community. This is shit that's going to shape and mold their character. They have a reason to keep going. Still on isolating. Encouraging child to reject friends or social invitations. That's emotional abuse. Your child, your son is not your man. Your daughter is not your best friend. No, they are your children. Number 5, corrupting. Now, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just trying to help y'all and myself. Encouraging or rewarding unethical or illegal behavior. Promoting or rewarding promiscuity. You have a daughter. There's a man around who got bread. And she flaunts her ass and gets $100 out of him. Don't promote that shit. You teaching her to be a hoe. Using sex for money. However you elicit the sex. Any sensories is prostitution, bitch. But if anybody know what a real bitch is, the terms of a bitch. is a female dog in heat. Have any of you motherfuckers ever owned a female dog that's worth money? I have. And one day my female dog got out of the gate, and there was a little ugly motherfucking dog that was hanging around the entire time while she was in heat. And then she broke out. Yes, we went and got her, because as soon as they got around the corner, she was throwing that tail to the side so he can stick. Now, a bitch is a female dog in heat. A bitch will allow any motherfucker to fuck, regardless of their value, their pedigree, anything. Don't keep creating bitches. We're not gonna have any women to keep balance on this earth if we keep creating bitches. Corrupting. Giving a child or using in the presence of a child drugs, alcohol, or any illegal substances. Every now and again, look, my mom and my dad, they used to they had their joints or whatever that they would smoke. I had some joints or blunts or whatever that I would smoke. And that shit does corrupt children. Because when they go out into society, you're teaching them this. They don't know that it's wrong until you teach them that it's wrong. But then they're going to be like, well, why are you doing it? Then they're going to start questioning. And you can't slap them, beat them, and do all that other shit, all the other stuff, because they're questioning and have inquiring minds. You have to tell them and teach them. You know, I know I ain't the perfect person. I ain't supposed to be doing this. I need you to go your ass in the room. You need to move around. Like, separate it. It's okay to separate it. Look, I don't judge people. Whatever you do in your home to make you function in this world to where it doesn't fuck with the next person, by all means, do what you gotta do. But don't corrupt the kids. The things that we do have lasting effects on this earth. There's no bad deed that goes undone. And the things that you do to your child, the things that you expose your child to, and the things that you don't correct in your child will go into the earth, into the world. Whatever you put into them, they're going to magnify into the world. Allowing or encouraging children to engage in behavior that is harmful to self or others. And this is even when you're mad and you're going off and you're angry at that man, that woman, or whatever. You have to think about the things that these kids are seeing you do. It's a lot of things that emotional abuse covers that we as people do that needs to be changed. In order to save our babies, we have to change ourselves. It's deeper than what it seems on the surface, and I say that you have to go back to the root of everything. When you are if you're trying to kill a weed that's growing in your beautiful garden, you have to kill it at the root. You can't just cut it off and think that it's going to dead it. You have to kill it at the root. So you have to go back to the root of all the issues to fix the issues. And the last hidden topic that kind of popped up. Y'all ready? Exploiting. Now this is on a broader spectrum because there's a lot of people that are doing great for themselves. They're doing great for their children. However, these children are exploited. having expectations beyond the development stage of the child. And this is like, look, I know I taught my kids to clean at a young age because y'all need to know how to take care of y'all house. If I don't live to the point where y'all are all the way grown, I need y'all to know these basic skills. How to clean, how to cook, how to wash your ass, how to love yourself. Teaching my children in this day and age to love themselves is one of the hardest things to do. It is one of the hardest things to do because, but why is always the first question. Don't nobody else give a fuck. Why should I? Don't nobody else love me. Why should I? But why? And if you don't have an explanation, they don't give not two shits of what you even if you do have an explanation, they don't give a fuck. Because love is so hard in a hardened world. But I'm gonna go back to exploiting because y'all want to hear that. Now this is a big one. I've done this one. I've exploited the shit out of my kids. Using blame, shame, judgment, or guilt to condemn child for behaviors of others. And this is when it comes to the bitterness. Somebody else hurt you. Somebody else made you resent having your child. Somebody else put you in a situation that you had to climb up out of, but you're punishing that child for what you had to do. That's exploitation. I had to correct myself. Now I ain't do that. I thank God that I'm not bitter. When you love yourself, there's no room for bitterness. You don't even want to be around people who are bitter. You be like, look, I don't have time to trauma bond with you. Move the fuck around. Let's change our whole outlook and our whole conversation because I don't want to hear that shit. It's okay to say, no, motherfucker, keep your bitter ass on over there. Moving on. Exploiting. Forcing a child to participate in unwanted activities without just cause. There's a lot of kids that I see coming out in the Hollywood industry about how things really are. And it's forcing these kids to grow up really fucking fast. You see, that shit ain't cool. Parents, we have to protect our children. Even if you do want them to be movie stars, rap stars, artists, whatever. Protect them from these goddamn wolves in sheep's clothing. Y'all be seeing the shit, but y'all allow the love of money requiring a child to care for parent or sibling without regard for the child's age or ability. And that was kind of summed up in a bullet point of terrorizing. In society, even though, yes, your mama, this is something that your mama did, your grandmama did, all y'all did, where has it led you to? If it ain't helping, it's fucking you up. And everybody can overlook it. You gotta respect your elders and all of this shit. But if them elders don't give us something to respect, and I hate to say it like that, but they didn't lead you. Look, they didn't even set you up in a position where you are your best person. If you can't even get over your ex and you're trying to be bitter towards them, your ass was emotionally abused. Just take it for what it is. I didn't make this shit up. I researched it. It's also in the Journal of Family Violence. Children and youth who witness family violence experience all 6 types of these emotional abuses: exploiting, corrupting, isolating, terrorizing, ignoring, and rejecting. They experience all of that with family violence. And this is from the American Sociological Association. Like, this is research that people have done on all sorts of people. And I'm only putting this shit out here because I love. That's all I can say is I love. But as a loving person, I want us all to elevate so that we can bring balance to this earth, balance to our children, give them a fighting chance to experience love themselves. Because back to what I was saying, the American Sociological Association, they did a telephone survey back in 1995, and it suggested that by the time a child was 2 years old, 90% of families had used one or more forms of psychological aggression in the previous 12 months. This is something that everybody can pull from. This is something that can benefit each and every one of us walking this earth. Because each and every one of us have presented some type of emotional abuse. And emotional abuse can go a long way in the wrong hands. And we see it today in real life and living color. I've done it. My mom have done it. My dad has done it. All of us have. It's just identifying what we've done wrong so that we can fix it. If this video resonated with anybody, I hope that y'all can share it, like it. Hell, y'all can even comment on it. I don't care. But allow it to shape your future so that these kids can get some love back in them, because we fucked up out here if we don't. And we're going to continue to be fucked up if we don't. Stupid than what it is on the surface. Peace out.